Hey everyone, today we will learn about the providers. Someone else asked me to get the state managed video with the help of providers, so I thought this is the best time to do. And yep, so we are doing the add and delete operation in the list view with the help of provider. Okay, so let's do. So if you see, the interesting part here is we are using completely stateless widgets. Okay, so that means I'm not gonna using set state in the flutter. Okay, so right. So let's build it on the layout first in the body. Uh, so let's have a safe area. So I want to have the text field. So it's a controller that I have pended now. Just deleting this part. Okay, I'm having some of the decoration side. Okay, that's it. Padding. Okay, it's cool. It's a footing action button of add. So we can add in list view on first. Okay. So this is our layout of first thing that. Okay, let's restart. Okay, so the layout has built it up. We have to append the list view. So coming to the list view, let's first create a model of the list view with the help of the chain notifier. So I will tell what it is exactly. So remember, the model is important part in the list if you have to manipulate some of the data. So model is the best way to use time. So I'm using a class with the change notifier listener. Okay. So basically, change notifier is a class that provides it that basically it provides a notification to its listeners. Okay. So we can use every time the if there is change in the data, so it sends it listens the other widgets to update it. Okay, so change notifier is necessary with the to append in the model, and we just call the item model in the list view. Okay, so let's see how it is called. And I'm creating a list of items. First of all, let's say empty. Let's get its getter. Don't know how to use the getters and setters, let me know in the comments. I will make another video for that. Okay, so in get item length, I'm just getting the length of this. Pattern indicates it returns the items whatever you coded inside the item dot length. Okay, so this item dot length will be returned in this items length. Okay, so that's it. And we have to create add and delete. As I said, we are doing these operations. So add item. So we have to add a term of string. So let's say terms dot add this term, and Okay, so this will be the item, and don't forget to use a notify listeners. It's like a brother of the set state. Okay, you are just updating the UI part. Okay, just you are refreshing. So that's why we are using notify listeners, so that widget would listen if there is change in the data. Okay, so this is the part and the delete item as well. So I'm basically having the index. So for from using the index, we can delete the data, right? Items dot remove at index, and this is also notify listener. So our model is completed. So and the provider that I have to say that you have to use provider now. So provider in flutter, you see here there's a package of the provider. Okay, so this is the package. You have to get to the YAML file and propagate. Okay, so I just had it provider, and you just paste it in here in the dev dependencies under. So in the dev dependencies, basically this will be here. Yep. So in dev dependencies, there are other widgets to call. So in the dependency side, you should work because it work on the server side. So under the dependencies, the provider should be there. Yes, get. Let's make a hint here. Okay, so that's it. And okay, let's use the first of all the we have to change the main function because we are using a provider. So run app my app, if you see here, we are using the item model as well with the help of change notifier. So I'm changing this material app to the change notifier provider, as you see. So it will basically ask me the create parameter. So what do you want, I mean what's the provider you are using for the change. So exactly the change will be in item model, right? So in this way the change notifier provider basically is a it's a widget that 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 listens this change notifier and sends listenable to the to its descendants. Okay, so descendants basically our widgets throughout the our material app, right? So change notifier provider you have to use. Okay, so okay, okay, that's it. And one part that we are missing is the list view. So let's create the list view. So for creating the list view, you must have the consumer. Okay, so now it's a time for use the consumer. So consumer basically you are using a provider. So for rebuilding the widget, you should use the consumer. Okay, basically it continuously listens to the data of your item model. So consumer of your item model. So basically it asks only the one that is builder. So builder is necessary thing. It asks you three parameters. That is first is context. Second is the object of your class of the change notifier, and third thing is the child. Okay. So in this way, the consumer will be created, and inside this we will having the list view builder. I hope you will create this list view. Okay, with the help of consumer. Okay. So in this we have to return let's say row children. So I'm having the first of all the text as the card. So for the text you can have the cart of index dot toString. So cart dot basically items. Yep. So cart is basically the object of this. I mean, not the cart. It's an item. Oh, just assume I make this items at the cart object name. Okay. So cart dot items, as you see here, this will be items of index dot length. Okay. So I'm just having the layout part space between, and let's have the icon button so that we can delete this data also. Okay. Icons dot delete. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's restart once. That we can see the change, somewhat of hint that we have changed, and the items are yes, it's empty. So something has happened, invalid range, because we didn't have the data, right? So let's have the count in that. So item count will be your cart dot remember the item length that we have created the getter function. Just control S will be gone. Okay, so our list view is created, and let's say the method is not called yet. So card dot as we created the delete, and index will be passing the index. So this will delete the data, and for adding the data, so we will have this shooting action button inside this. So here cart is not supported. I append the consumer about the list view. That's there is the reason, because I have to rebuild this list view, not this whole UI part. Okay, so you want to make this consumer as much deep as possible inside the widget tree, because you don't want to build the unwanted data, right? Unwanted widgets. So don't use consumer as the making the parent of everything. So just make sure you will create this consumer if you want to rebuild anything. Okay, so for using this cart model, I mean the cart object, so I'm just creating another object of cart inside the build, and I'm declaring the provider of this cart item model. So in this way you can also create the object and use with the help of provider, right? So cart dot add item, if you remember this, we just created, and need to text for text. So that's it. So let's clear it after adding to the list view. So that's it. I'm just control save, and yeah. So if you see, I think all has done. Let's see it's working or not, and then I will explain again. So let's say sugar. Okay, so it's working. Let's make some more the layout so you can view it well. I'm just having the padding and size of this. Okay, I hope it is visible now. So sugar and delete button we have it. Salt, let's add it to the cart. So in this way the provider is working with the add function, and if I delete the salt, then it will be deleted. So it is working smoothly as we expected, and I didn't use any set state, as you see. because I use a stateless widget. Okay, so in this way, whatever you add will be appended, and with the help of provider, it is easy to make this operation as well. With the help of consumer, we are updating. So what's the code? You have to remember the three things. That is, first is a change notifier, that you have to, if any model is associated with your data, then use change notifier with that class. And after change notifier, whatever class you are using, just make sure you will have this change notifier provider, so that everything, whatever notifications are changing, it will send to its descendants. Okay, if you want to make multi providers, like you will, if you have this change notifier multiple times of class, multiple data of class, then just use a multi provider. So I'm just sharing this. So inside we will have the provider, and just cut this here. So in this way you can use a multi-provider as well. So I'm just having this. Okay, delete. Okay. Okay, that's it. So in this way you can use a multi-provider as well. Just make a comma and append the another chain notifier provider, whatever you want. Just Control S, and yep, it's cool, it's working. So in this way you can use a multi-provider as well. And with the help of consumer, as you see, we use a list view builder, and whatever you want to update the refreshing part of the UI, you would use this consumer above the widget you want to rebuild, and just through the object, whatever you have created the functions, notify listener will get you the updated data. Okay. So in this way, the provider section is just a basic operation with the help of provider that we seen. So yeah, next time we will see the dark mode with the help of provider, switching between the light mode and dark mode of the application. So thank you. Keep coding and keep supporting. Thanks.